Judy Resnick and her 6 colleagues were also mourned today at the place where it all began, Mission Control in Houston. President Reagan offered words of comfort and praise to the grieving families America's heroes left behind.
Man will continue his conquest of space, to reach out for new goals and ever greater achievements. That is the way we shall commemorate our 7 Challenger heroes. Dick, Mike, Judy, Elle, Ron, Greg, and Krista. Your families and your country mourn your passing. We bid you goodbye. We will never forget you.
Within minutes of today's memorial, members of NASA's disaster investigating team got right back to the task at hand. Off the Florida coast, more new evidence was pulled from the Atlantic. Some of the vital pieces of wreckage recovered are from Challenger's important cockpit section. They were floating on the surface more than 30 miles off the coast of Daytona Beach.
It looks to me like it might be the piece of the shuttle underneath the windshield.
As wreckage is spotted by the choppers, smoke bombs are dropped to mark the spot.
Every hour that passes disperses the debris more and more.
Investigators say that some of the larger pieces have significantly helped in the search for a cause of the explosion. The pieces brought to shore include a large section from the front of the fuselage just below the cockpit, a long broken section of one payload bay door, an 8-foot part from the rear of one wing, and a hollow section of similar size forward on the wing. And tonight, a new theory on the cause, upper-level wind shear causing structural damage. A bit later on News Center 8, we'll have a tribute to all 7 of the Challenger crew.
Stay with us.
Well, the town is still buzzing tonight about that rare earthquake that shook up the area earlier today. Dick, how did this quake compare with earlier Ohio earthquakes?
This was registered 5.0 on the Richter scale. Now, the quake that was more severe than this one, the last one we had, was evidently in Ohio, the Anna earthquake in 1937. And that registered an estimated 5.5 on the Richter. Anna is in Shelby County in west central Ohio. The benchmark of all United States quakes, at least in this century, of course, the great San Francisco quake of 1906, and that was estimated at 8.3 on the Richter, and that's a logarithmic scale. Each number is 10 times greater than the one before.
Well, were there any warnings that an earthquake was imminent?
Sometimes animal antics can presage these earthquakes, and I had a report here that cats were found crawling on the floor. A cockatiel was going berserk in its cage out in Chesterland. A report of a dog all of a sudden beginning to scurry under the bed about 10 minutes prior to the shake. Had a call from a lady in Ashtabula, said that the gas wells in Ashtabula County had been gurgling and making very strange sounds the last 5 days. A friend called who was at Severance Hall today. The Cleveland Orchestra was in concert into Dvorak, and all of a sudden there was an ominous sound in Severance Hall, not so much in the way of vibration. The orchestra immediately quit, I don't blame them, and took their instruments right out the door. Another unfinished symphony. We are going to finish the month of January tonight, and February will get off to one of those starts, but all in all, the temperatures over the weekend are going to be a little above normal and above freezing. All of that coming up.
Dr. Judy Resnick.